When the cold sets in, most pet owners rush to protect themselves. Blankets, warm clothes, heaters. But what about cats? A lot of people believe they're always fine, that their fur does the job and they don't feel the cold as much. But that idea is far from reality. In today's video, we're going to talk about the most common mistakes cat owners make during the colder months. Mistakes that may seem small, but can cause serious discomfort and even health issues for our feline companions. If you love your cat and want to make sure they're truly protected, it's worth watching closely. And if you enjoy learning more about your pet's behavior and want to give them a happier, healthier life, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post daily videos made with care and responsibility just for you. Not adjusting their diet. During winter, a cat's body, just like ours, has to work harder to maintain a stable internal temperature. That extra effort burns more energy, which is why many cats feel hungrier on cold days. According to experts at Royal Canin, a cat's appetite naturally increases during winter, and they may consume up to 15% more calories compared to warmer days. The problem is, not all pet owners notice this change or realize that their cat's diet needs to be adjusted during this time of year. Ignoring this need can lead to a range of issues. Your cat might start losing weight, become more lethargic, or even develop nutritional deficiencies that directly affect their immune system. And since cold weather already makes respiratory illnesses more likely, any drop in immunity can open the door to infections and complications. There's another important factor to consider: water. In colder weather, cats tend to drink less, which can increase the risk of urinary problems like crystal formation, cystitis, or even blockages. And if the water is too cold or placed in chilly spots, they might avoid it even more. That's why it's essential for owners to stay alert. Keep an eye on how much your cat is eating. Make sure the amount of food you're offering is appropriate for the season, and check that they're staying hydrated. In some cases, it might be necessary to offer more calorie-dense food or add wet food to their diet, which is not only tasty, but also helps with hydration. Talk to your vet about the possibility of adjusting your cat's diet during the winter. Every animal has specific needs, and professional guidance can ensure they're getting all the nutrients they need to stay healthy and energetic through the cold. Remember, nutrition is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your cat. And in winter, it can be the difference between a healthy pet and one that suffers in silence, without you even noticing. Thinking fur protects them from everything. Many people believe that cats are always protected from the cold because of their fur. But this is one of the biggest misconceptions pet owners have during winter. While fur does offer some thermal protection, it's far from enough on colder days, especially for certain types of cats. Cats with short fur are much more vulnerable to low temperatures, and hairless cats require even more careful attention. On top of that, kittens and senior cats have a harder time regulating their body temperature, which makes them even more susceptible to the cold. The issue is that cats don't show discomfort in obvious ways. They don't shiver or cry. They simply withdraw, sleep more, move less, and many owners interpret this as laziness or normal behavior. But behind that silence, there could be suffering. A cat that's feeling cold may develop respiratory problems, lowered immunity, and even joint pain, especially if they already have a pre-existing condition. That's why it's so important to provide warm options inside the home. Beds with blankets, cardboard boxes with cozy covers, spots away from drafts, and even cat-specific clothing can make a big difference. And don't worry, many cats adapt well to wearing clothes, as long as they're comfortable and put on gently. Leaving windows open. During winter, many pet owners leave windows open thinking it's important to keep the air circulating. And yes, ventilation is necessary, but in cold weather, this habit can become a serious issue for cats. Unlike humans, who can bundle up or move closer to a heat source, cats are often left exposed to chilly drafts with nowhere to escape. What many people don't realize is that even subtle drafts can cause thermal discomfort, especially in areas where the cat usually rests. A spot that was once cozy can become cold and unwelcoming, and the cat will simply avoid it. They may start hiding in more enclosed spaces, like inside closets, behind furniture, or under the bed, all in search of warmth and safety. Beyond discomfort, constant exposure to cold can weaken a cat's immune system, making them more vulnerable to respiratory illnesses like feline rhinotracheitis, which is quite common during this time of year. And since cats are experts at hiding symptoms, by the time an owner notices something's wrong, the illness may already be advanced. That's why it's crucial to pay close attention to your home's environment. If it's cold, try to keep windows closed, especially at night and in the early morning. If you need to ventilate, do it during the warmer parts of the day and only for short periods. And always make sure your cat has access to warm, draft-free spots where they can feel safe and comfortable. Unnecessary baths. Bathing a cat is already a delicate task at any time of the year, but in winter, it requires even more caution. Many owners, trying to keep their cat clean or odor-free, end up exposing them to a silent risk: thermal shock. When you bathe a cat on a cold day, even with warm water, their body loses heat quickly. And since cats have a very thin layer of body fat, they can't retain internal warmth for long. This can lead to a sudden drop in immunity, causing respiratory illnesses, shivering, lethargy, and even hypothermia, especially in kittens, senior cats, or those with existing health issues. On top of that, the drying process is often stressful. Many cats can't tolerate blow dryers, and towels aren't always enough to remove all the moisture. Even if the owner thinks the cat is dry, they may still be damp for hours, which increases the risk even more. It's important to remember that cats are naturally very clean animals. They spend a large part of the day grooming themselves. In most cases, a bath isn't necessary and can be replaced with regular brushing, pet-safe wet wipes, or even dry shampoos, which are much safer in cold weather. If a bath is truly unavoidable, choose a warmer day. Use lukewarm water, dry the cat thoroughly with a towel and dryer, and keep the room warm. And, of course, monitor their behavior afterward. Any signs of shivering, lethargy, or refusal to eat may indicate something's wrong. Forgetting about healthcare. In winter, healthcare for cats needs to be stepped up, as cold weather can silently trigger a range of health issues, and the signs aren't always obvious. Respiratory illnesses like feline rhinotracheitis become more common during cold days. What may seem like a simple cold can quickly escalate into something more serious, especially in kittens, older cats, or those with weakened immune systems. Sneezing, watery eyes, nasal discharge, and lethargy are signs that require immediate attention. Cold weather can also worsen joint pain in older cats, particularly those with a history of arthritis or osteoarthritis. And since cats don't express pain clearly, owners need to watch for subtle changes in behavior, like difficulty jumping onto furniture, slower movement, or avoiding play. It's also important to keep vaccinations up to date. A cat's immune system can be more vulnerable in winter, and staying current with vaccines is a key part of prevention. So even if your cat doesn't go outside, it's important to maintain a regular healthcare routine. If you notice any changes in behavior, don't hesitate to seek professional advice. Cats are quiet, sensitive, and incredibly resilient creatures. But that same silent nature means their signs of discomfort often go unnoticed, especially during the cold season. As pet owners, it's our responsibility to look beyond the obvious, understand their needs, and provide the care they don't know how to ask for. Now tell us in the comments, how does your cat react to cold weather, and what do you usually do to help them? If you enjoyed this video, share it with other animal lovers like you. And don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to receive more content about the behavior of our beloved pets. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.